Alright, little morning vlog. Got the wheels and tires all mounted up. Didn't kill anybody. Got the new wheels there and the new slicks. 26 by 8.5 15s. Looking pretty good back there. They're a little close on the one side, but I think we're going to be okay. Got the valves adjusted last night. Got the valve covers put back on. Got the carburetor all put back together. Adjusted the preload and the suspension. Put a little more spring in it because of the bigger tires and wheels. And I had it set up really light last time, so should eliminate the motor dragging the ground when it leaves the starting line now with the adjustments that we made. So yeah, cleaning up a little bit here today, trying to get ready to shove off. Talked to Gaden yesterday, and he'll be here tonight. And he'll be by tomorrow to help me finish up the car and get it loaded in the trailer. And I think we're going to take both cars. We're going to take this car and the street car, the blue car, so we can do the cruise too, maybe Friday. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, see how everything goes. And yeah, so I got fuel. I think I got everything I need about the window net, the SFI window net. Got the new seat belts. We got the new tires. There's the window net, no different than the last one, just got that little tag on it. So somebody got paid. Got the 118 Tarragon there, and I got to get the fuel tank cleaned out, make sure it's empty there, and I have some new foam on top of the cabinet there for the fuel cell. I put the new foam in there, and yeah, so today it's just going to be clean up. So there you go. It's the last time you'll see it dirty. Got the detail kits out here. We'll get on this and get it cleaned up, make it look representable. Anywho, I have to throw out a few thank yous. One of them goes out, the big thank you goes out to Noel. You know, I wouldn't have made the race if it wouldn't have been for Noel. Helped me out with the wheels and the slicks, and I do appreciate it. And I know Noel helps out a lot of people and doesn't get credit for it. So I want to say thanks to Noel. Thanks to JC for leaving me the message, asking me if I wanted to caravan up there with him. It's been a while since I've felt like part of the team, and it's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the R&S cars up there in South Carolina. There's going to be quite a few of them. I know Noel's taking 3, JC's going. I think they got the street racer going, so we should have 7 or 8 cars from R&S. So gonna represent pretty strong this weekend, and everybody's getting along and helping everybody out, and it's pretty cool to see what can happen when that happens. So yeah, I know personally I wouldn't have been racing if it wouldn't have been for Noel. Help me out with the slicks and the wheels, and you know, I do appreciate it. So I just want to say thanks for that. Hope everybody has safe weekend and good travels up there in South Carolina, and I hope everybody has a good time. So I got my heads done. I got those all boxed up. Hopefully Ken will come by and pick those up. Had a friend. People do some odd stuff. I have a friend that only wear a t-shirt one time because he says it's never as white after the first time you wear it. So he brought me 50, 60 t-shirts today, worn once. White ones, so I got a nice supply of shop rags. We got a few black ones. I might wear those, but that's crazy. New t-shirt every day. That's his routine. Stops at the same store and buys a shirt every morning. Some people got the life, man. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Not a whole hell of a lot. I tried to make a video last night and upload it, but it got lost in translation. I don't know if YouTube had an issue or what was going on, but yeah, we got our valves all adjusted. Had a few little tight ones, not too tight. We set them at 0 last time, and I went ahead and set the lash at 3 thousandths this time. When I say 0, I just set it down to where the push rod still turns, but you can't get a feeler gauge in there, so that's what I'm calling 0. And I think we had 3 or 4 passes on it, and it was a little on the tight side, so I gave it a little bit of lash in case we go some rounds and have to make some passes. Once the motor's hot, that lash would come back, no problem. I did have somebody I talked to on the phone yesterday, and they wanted to know how a head loses compression. So I was going to do a little quick thing here and try to explain it. We got a cylinder head right here. Pop this up on the bench. This is for demonstration purposes only, guys. But what happens is, I'm not even going to have the, there we go. Here's a valve, intake valve for this head. And what happens is if you don't adjust the valves or you get behind on the valve adjustment, when the valve gets tight, it actually opens and the valve will be not on the seat. So that's why I always tell everybody to do a valve adjustment before you do a compression check. It's very important to set the lash, make sure your valve is sitting on the seat and is sealed. When they get tight, they do tend to have a tendency to hang open a little bit, and you will bleed all your compression out that little crack, believe it or not. The other loss of compression would be crack in the spark plug area. These heads have been cracked, welded, and got the inserts in there. It's a common area for them to fail in, but most of the time if you have compression loss, it's due to the seal on the seat between the valve and the seat. What we usually have to do is go in there and cut the seat, reface the valve on this machine here, valve grinding machine, and create a new seat for the valve to sit on. Could have some stuff stuck between the seat and the valve on one of the cylinders too. I've seen a lot of different things. You really can't tell till you pull the head off, pull it apart, and inspect it and see what you got. If you have a burnt seat though, your valve, instead of it being shiny and having a seated area, it'll be black. And you'll see where the compression or the carbon's been bypassing the seat and the valve and turning the seat and the valve black. It should be shiny where the valve's making contact if you have a good seal. And if you don't have a good seal, that's enough to leak compression out of the motor. The only other way to tell if it's the rings, other than a visual inspection, would be a leak down gauge. You know, hooking the leak gauge to the motor and visually checking the engine out. A lot of times what happens on some rebuilds, I know that one of the more popular piston companies now, they've started to take their rings off the pistons for shipping purposes. So you have to assemble the engine and make sure all the gaps are in the correct location. I will tell you what Mahle does is they stack all the rings, gaps on gaps like that, and they'll shove them in the cylinder, and they fully intend for you to take this piston out of the cylinder, clock the rings into the proper position, and reinstall it. Now they've gone as far as taking the rings off the pistons and putting them in a separate box. And the pistons don't come installed in the cylinders anymore, so now you have to put the rings on, put the cylinders together, and all that stuff, because people used to avoid this step. They would just take the cylinder, push the piston out, push the pin through, and put it on the motor without taking it apart and washing it and stuff. So that could be another issue. You want to always make sure that your ring gaps are spaced out. You never want to put a ring gap over a wrist pin. Always clock it away from the wrist pin area, and I try to make the two top rings opposite from each other. I'll put one on this side and one on this side, and then usually on my oil ring I'll come over here somewhere. And just make sure that you have all three rings should be clocked in a different position and never over the wrist pin. A lot of guys are like, well, why is that? And a lot of times piston's not round, it's a cam shape, and the wrist pin can be the tapered area, and it can cause some blow by. So I hope that answers some questions on the cylinder head. Again, I got to talk to Doug, Lakeside Rancher, yesterday. I got to talk to Roberto, one of my YouTubers that views my channel. He hadn't started making videos yet, but hopefully he'll pick the camera up and push the record button soon and show us some of his projects. He's got 3 Volkswagens, owns an office furniture store. Seemed like a pretty interesting guy, and I told him the YouTube Garage is a good place to network. You never know when somebody needs furniture for their office, and likewise, you know. So if you're out there watching and not pushing the record button, by all means buy a camera and start making some videos. I watched for a couple years myself and didn't make videos, and it's been pretty good therapy turning the camera on. I've got back in contact with some of my friends that I lost contact with, and I made some really good friends in the YouTube garage. So nothing bad comes from pushing the record button, guys. And the more you push it, the more people will watch your videos. So I want to encourage people to buy a camera and go out there and push the record button, as people say now. Saw Street Rider 100's video last night. Got his first smog test in his new car and passed. Very cool. Not quite a John Kerry day, a little cloudy. Say it's a Chamber of Commerce day, you know. It's not quite a John Kerry day. But nevertheless, it's a beautiful day out. Go out and make the best of it. Do something great. And make a video. I'm going to use up some of these Once Worn t-shirts. Come out here and detail the old pickup. I got a few more stickers to install on the back window there. I have one from who do I got stickers from? I have a sticker from Pack Rat, one Pack Rat Garage, I think, over there, Stan and them. I have one from my buddy Tom Duncan I got to put on here, and I think that's it for now. I had a couple guys sent me some stickers for the race car. I had to take a couple guys off. I took the oil peddlers off of there because they don't like me up there. My cars don't leak oil and they don't like that shit. So they don't let me in their club as much as I'd like to be. So I just took the sticker off the car. And I took the just fast you can't drive it off there to try to give you YouTubers a little more room. You know, I like to take some of the YouTube brothers along with me to the track when I go. So I'll get as many of you guys on there as I can. Some of you guys had to downsize your sticker to make room for other people. So Dan Electrode there, Neil, I'm sure he won't mind. I took some of his you know, swag off the top there. Figure I can put somebody else right here. And yeah, so I talked to Doug yesterday and he was real happy about going racing, having his sticker on there. And I know Greg likes being on the car. Not too sure about Matt anymore. I don't hear from him too often. But we'll leave him on there because that's just a cool ass sticker. And we got Cecil there. I don't hear from Cecil too much. And then WTBM 123 Terry. I was talking to Doug yesterday, and apparently I haven't been getting any of Doug's videos. Went over, I'm still subbed, and I'm just not getting it in my fresh video box. Don't know why. A lot of you guys I don't get videos from anymore. I don't know if you stopped making them or if I'm just not seeing them. I haven't seen any videos from Terry in a long time. I haven't seen anything from Doug in a long time, and apparently he actually had put a video up not too long ago, and I'm gonna go by and catch up on all his videos. Andrea said the best way for me to do it is to be commenting on my channel, just to click on there and see if you got any videos. So I'm gonna have to start doing that again. Try to make an effort to answer some of my videos. I've gotten sort of lazy. Had things happening and, you know, got complacent and compliant and whatever you call it. But gonna make more of an effort to keep the YouTube channel up. YouTube Garage is a pretty important thing to me. You know, recently a lot of you guys know I got demoted from the Brother of the Year over there at the Blue Roads channel for lack of duties, I guess. But you know, my main focus is the YouTube Garage, I guess. And that's where I should keep most of my energy, is in the YouTube Garage, helping guys with what I can do. I'm not really into the guitar thing or the music thing. I definitely am a listener for sure. I enjoy good music. I like sending stuff over to Greg Porter. He's one of those guys that when I find something that I think is exceptional, I'll send it to him, you know. And I'm into music that way. I'm not into playing it, you know, stuff like that. So I think it's more of a musical thing over there. A lot of musicians over there in the Brother of the Roads, and a lot of good guys, but just didn't spend enough time over there, and didn't do enough stuff with those guys to keep my Brother of the Year status. So I don't want that to happen with the YouTube Garage. Of course, I want to be involved with this as long as I can, and like I said, I get a lot out of it. I get a lot of people stop by and visit, and I get a lot of phone calls from people and letters and stuff, and it's pretty cool, the little network that some of the guys have created here. I know Greg Porter is a big part of the YouTube garage, and I like to think that I am. There's a few other guys. Iceman came up and helped me with the t-shirt design. He doesn't get credit for that an awful lot, but the Iceman was one of the guys that was inspirational in making the shirt for me. I had the idea and he put it on paper, because that's one thing I'm not good at, is putting it in pen. And sometimes those aren't my strong points, but we do have guys in the garage that can pull the slack up. So yeah, so it was good seeing. I've seen some videos from some people we haven't seen in a while. I saw a video from Stone Furball there, working on the Nova again. That's looking pretty good. He's got that thing deep into it. Got him a new welder over there. Stepped up to the gas. I got my Canada brother there, Jay Taylor. I need to get him a license plate. I dug him up a license plate and I haven't sent it out yet. So I got it right here. I need to get this boxed up and get this out to him. So yeah, so I got a few envelopes. I got to write you guys some letters. I mean, dudes, I'm just I'm pretty behind. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not. And hopefully I can start to get caught up a little bit. So shop's getting a little empty now and trying to wind stuff down. So anyway, let me go ahead and shut this off. This is gonna be one of those long ass videos that some people hate, but that's all right. You got to make something for the haters too. And yeah, we'll go ahead and upload this. Hopefully the upload cheats button's working good. Hopefully everybody has a great day, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys in South Carolina and get to shake your hand and meet a friend. So take it easy.